Hey, what's up, you wrestling fanatics and friends? You're listening to the True Wrestling Podcast, episode 97. Thanks for tuning in. Today, Rylan Rogers, number 11 on Willie's pound for pound list, and future Michigan Wolverine, will break down this weekend's Ohio State-Michigan matchup. You can also expect us to do a preview of the Michigan-Penn State match next weekend. If you haven't had a chance to check out my NCAA coaches surveys, you should check them out on my Rockfin page. I'd also like to thank my sponsor, Adidas Wrestling. You can follow them at Adidas Wrestling on Twitter and adidaswrestling.com on the interwebs. Without further delay, here is our preview. Hey, what's up, you wrestling fanatics and friends? You're listening to the True Wrestling Podcast, episode 97. Thanks for tuning in. Today, Rylan Rogers and I do a little review of what his fall and winter wrestling season's been like. Rylan's number 11 on Willie's pound for pound list, and you can watch him wrestle, I guess, the Idaho State Championships or the whole progression to the state champions, or what's coming up next.
Yep.
And then you'll be able to watch him at Michigan next year. I'd like to thank my sponsor, Adidas Wrestling. You can follow them on Twitter at Adidas Wrestling. Follow me at True Wrestler 1. Rylan, what's your Twitter handle?
I think it's Rylan Rogers 4.
Gotcha. I'll put it in the bio below the interview. If you haven't caught my NCAA coaches survey, check it out on my Rockfin page. About 65 NCAA coaches voted on their best picks for different types of wrestlers, from neutral, top, who they would draft as a coach if they were starting a new team. And it's all anonymous, so they give you real answers. All right, Rylan, thanks for hanging in there through the preview. Hey, we haven't talked on tape really since you made your announcement last year to attend Michigan. You've had a pretty stout fall-winter season, Super 32, Ironman, and Doc B. Do you want to kind of just talk your way through that a little bit?
Yeah, I think my goal was really this year. I set a goal before preseason. I wasn't happy not being who's number one. I felt like I was the number one guy, and so I was like, I'm gonna go win Super 32, Ironman, and Doc B. That was kind of send a message, but I fell short, obviously, but I think I showed that I'm right there with the number one guy, and I went from, I think I would start out number 6, number 5, now I'm up to number 2, where I feel like it's much more accurate. And but yeah, I had 3 good performances. I lost in the last 12 seconds to Ironman, and where I really felt I was in control. And but yeah, there's things you can learn from that. And I think the big thing I've been focused on from Ironman to Doc B was just finishing on the edge on small mats, learn how to finish with the high school rules. And then, yeah, I think Bruce Burnett, who's, I would say, my coach, gives me kind of focus areas in between each event to work up towards in my next event. So these have been I think it went 6 weeks apart from Super 32 to Ironman. And then I wrestled Tri-State, which a good Northwest tournament. It's not quite like Ironman, Super 32, Doc B level. And then I had another 3 weeks till Doc B. So it's kind of 5-6 weeks in between. So it's I think that's the perfect amount of time to prepare for each competition. And so I think earlier this year, my biggest thing was controlling the inside, my counter offense, and getting off bottom, which I feel like I've gotten so much better. And
if you want to keep listening to this preview, click the link in the description below. Cruise on over to my Rockfin page. It is free.